Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So last week we talked about BTS,
Yes.
and this week I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about self-sufficiency.
Okay. Actually, I have another topic.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. What's your topic?
My topic is, what does happiness mean to you?
That's a very complex topic.
Yes. The reason why did I choose this topic? Actually, I broke up with my girlfriend last week. Yes. When I broke up with my girlfriend, I think, what is happiness? So I change.
That's a very good question. I mean, and I can understand the position. So what do you think?
I think happiness is there is my hobby.
Hobby.
Yeah. So in my case, my hobby is Japanese idol. Yeah. So I have a favorite person. Japanese mean say Oshime. Yeah. So Oshime is there. So I feel happy.
Okay. What do you think?
I guess it really depends on everyone, but for me, the most important part, or most important aspect of happiness is just finding it within yourself, right?
Yes.
If you try to find happiness with other people without you knowing what it takes for you to be happy, you're never going to be happy. And it's hard because humans are very social creatures, right? We require being with other people, and especially now, like there's, I don't know if you heard about this, the epidemic of loneliness. It's an epidemic. It's like a really big problem. I think a lot of people have a really hard time looking within themselves to find what makes them happy and then chasing that. You know. So what do you think, Kenta?
Yes. I think the important things of happiness is enjoy my life. That means you say depend on other people's opinion about happiness. So in my case, I don't like Japanese idol. Sorry. But I don't feel like happiness to watch something Japanese idol. But when I feel happiness spending with my friends and drinking alcohol.
I mean, that's one way. I think it's really easy to kind of relate your happiness with other people. It's really easy to do that because that's when we feel happy. Like I said before, humans are very social. It took me a long time to figure out that in order to be really happy, you have to be happy with yourself first.
Okay.
You have to be happy with yourself and being by yourself. And that's kind of one of those things that's really hard to do. However, like being with friends and doing all this stuff, it's a good supplement. It kind of helps build on whatever happiness you have. So you said your hobby is idols.
Yeah.
And then you find that to be like to make you happy.
Yeah.
How did you find that?
Fine. So first, my friend recommended this idol. Yeah, so I lived in Vietnam. So during junior high school student.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this idol's music video took in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I feel so nostalgic. Yeah, so I like this idol.
Mm-hmm. For me,
Yeah.
what really helped me was pottery.
Pottery.
Toge.
Oh. Mm.
So when I started this back in high school, I took a class, and the teacher was really cool. He was a really, really laid back, chill dude, and he said,
That's when you live in US.
in America, yeah, and he was Japanese American.
Mm.
So he told us all find your happy place when you work with clay. Find your happy place, and from that make art.
Mm.
So in the moments where I had a really difficult time, I would go into that class and work with clay. Get your hands dirty and do stuff. I went to college and I started it again, and then I did pottery in college again.
Mm. So when are you interested in Japan?
That was even before I was interested in Japan.
Oh.
So I was doing pottery before, and then when I got interested in Japan, I stopped pottery. I learned Japanese.
Mm.
I got married. I came to Japan, and then I found a pottery studio in Sakai,
Oh.
and then I started doing pottery. That really helped me because when I came to Japan, I had no friends. All of my friends are in America, and I was feeling really miserable. Yeah, I was with my wife, and I was really happy with her, but my social life was gone. It
Yeah.
was just me and her. That's it. So I started doing pottery again, and it really helped me relax and help me
Yeah.
meditate and help me focus on what's really important.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had kids, so I had to stop pottery. But my oldest son now is old enough to where he can do it, so that I'm thinking about going together with him so we can do it together.
Mm. So, if you don't have time to pottery,
Mm.
what did you do?
Well, first of all, I was really busy with my kids. When they're really little, it's really hard because all your focus is on them, right?
Mm.
And once they got a little bit older and I had a little bit more time, then I would watch YouTube videos
Mm.
with potters doing stuff and learning about different techniques, watching them do stuff and say, okay, I want to try that. The other thing was finding another hobby.
Yeah.
To kind of keep me busy for a while. But recently I've been thinking about going back and doing it again. So we'll see what happens.
So, for me, you say you're interested in
Pottery.
pottery. I've been played soccer for when I was 6,
Uh-huh.
and that's gonna be your pottery.
Right.
That's me.
Mhm.
I can communicate with through the soccer
Right.
other people.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of language
Right.
gonna be soccer.
Right. And what's really interesting about soccer is that it's a social
Sports.
it's a social sport. It's not something you can do by yourself. Pottery is very individual. You do it on your own, right?
Individual.
You focus on your thing, right? And my favorite part is the potter's wheel.
Mm.
Then the roll.
Yeah, yeah.
So doing that, it's just you zone out everything and you just focus on that.
Yeah, focus on myself.
Right, right. Whereas with soccer, you're kind of interacting with everybody, and it's kind of a more social activity, which is really good.
Yeah.
I wonder, are you currently in the soccer team here at NUCB?
No.
No. Would you be interested in joining the soccer team?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I finished playing soccer when I was high school. But I want to focus on study English in my college.
I see.
So soccer is my hobby forever.
I think another thing that you can do too is you might be able to start a league, or like not league but like a scrimmage team. You might even be able to invite some of the exchange students, and then play like just a casual game. That is an option. And soccer's fun. I used to play soccer too.
I have one question for you.
Yes, sir.
Which is important for you, money or time for your life?
I understand the value of money. I grew up really poor. So I know life is difficult when you do not have money. However, I also understand that time is very important.
Why?
As a kid, I grew up with my mom always working. She was a single mother, so like she was always working, and I never had time with her. Ever.
Okay.
It was just me and my brother. Now
You have brother?
I have two brothers.
Two brothers.
I have an older brother and a little brother. An older brother is 1 year older. My little brother is 10 years younger.
10 years.
Yeah. I practically raised that kid. So my mom was never really around. And yeah, we never really like had much, but I never really had time with her. As an adult, I understand why. And then I'm lucky that I make enough money to not have to work as hard as she did. So I can give time to my kids.
Yeah.
So again, I understand the value of both. If I had to pick, I definitely would pick time.
Pick time.
I would pick time. If they pick one, money or time, like which one? You can't have both. Pick one. Time. Cause, yeah.
What do you pick?
I pick money.
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 Why?
Why? So if we don't have money, so we can't buy food, hobby, and books. So I think so money is more important than time.
Time.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's good opinion. But
so okay. So I do a part-time job, and because I want the money.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think, but again, they call work work. They don't call it play, right? Work is work. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. It's like, I mean, yeah, I like you guys and all, but if I had to pick, I'd be at home with my kids.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, you have to work for money. The question is, would you work overtime and not have time for yourself if it meant you get more money? So let me ask you, let me flip the question on you. What do you think is more important, time or money?
Yeah, I definitely pick up time. Because as you know, friends can buy money. It is important for me.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. Like, not just with family, but also friends. Like, in order to keep those relationships alive, you need to invest time, right?
Yes.
You have to take time from yourself to spend with your friends, even if it's in person or via internet or whatever, right? So if you don't have time to spend with friends, your relationships just go and they all go away.
Yes. You mean if I want to good relationship with you, I paid a lot of money, but I can't good relationship with you.
Of course not.
Yes.
Because money only serves as a motivation only so far, right? So I'll give you a good anecdote, a good kind of example. When you guys become fourth year students, fourth year students, you guys don't have classes.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't have to come here, right? So most fourth year students never come back.
Mm-hmm.
They never come back to SAC, right? They just, go and do stuff. And then every once in a while, like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? There was one fourth year student last year who would come here every Wednesday before seminar. Like, hey, Will, hey, how's it going? He graduated, and then we're still in contact.
Yeah.
And then he'll ask me, hey, Will, I need some advice. Like, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get a new job. Do you have any leads? Oh, dude, here, try this. Right?
Yeah.
Would I do that to someone else who I never saw afterwards? Probably not. He was the only one that was like, hey, well, let's keep talking. Oh, yeah, for sure. He invested the time to build a good relationship, and then that's paying off for him. Whereas other students would be like, oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's my ideal. Yes.
Right. You invest time in the relationships you want to keep.
Yeah.
What's another one? Like, I don't know. Maybe this is an outsider's point of view. Okay, because I wasn't raised in Japan, so I don't really know. But from my image of Japanese fathers, my image of Japanese fathers is that they work and they don't spend time with the kids. So once the kids are grown up, dad is an ATM. It's like, daddy money, okay. Right? That's my image from all of my Japanese friends that I've seen, that's how their dads are. And I saw that and it made me really sad.
I think that exactly.
Yeah.
I don't often talking with my father, but she very, very work hard.
Right.
Mm.
And I understand why. Like, now as a father, I know why. Right?
Oh, okay.
You want to work to give stability to your family. I get it. But sometimes kids require more than just, here's, like, some time to say, hey, how you doing? Like, I hear from a lot of Japanese friends, my friends, they tell me, my father has never said, I love you.
Yes.
And it's like, dude, that's so sad. I tell that to my kids all the fucking time. I'm like, hey, I love you. And then, Dad, stop. Dad, stop.
Yeah.
Right?
That's culture?
I don't know if it's culture or not. Because in Latin American culture, because I'm from Guatemala, Latin American culture, that's not okay. Like, men are not supposed to say that. Mm-hmm. Men are supposed to keep their feelings here. You don't cry. You're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to say anything, right? You show your emotions via actions, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But humans need to hear that stuff, right? I don't know. That was my experience. So, like, I try to be that kind of father to my kids. Say, hey, just be very affectionate, and I think, I don't see that very often here.
Yeah. I want my father, you say, hey, what's going on, Kenta? Mm-hmm. I want to do that. I want to do that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be hard
Why?
Because your father is never used to that, right? Probably his father was like that too, the same way. Like, I work hard to show you I care, and then never really say it. So it might have to come from you. It's like, hey, Dad, let's have a beer. Here's a beer. Let's talk about stuff. And I think it's gotta be something that you guys, if you really want that kind of relationship, again, invest the time to do that.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard to start. Once you start it, it's a lot easier to continue. All right, guys. I'm gonna go check on the other students, but it's been cool. I will be back if you guys want to talk a little bit more.
Mhm.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you later.
See you.
Thank you.